So root cause has to be done. In fact, there are 3 points: liver 5, SP6, and K7. These 3 points are used for blood. And there is an influential point, UB17, Bakshu, urinary bladder 17. Now, SP6 is a point where all the three meridians are meeting: the liver, the spleen, and the kidney. So, one point that you should use is SP6. The other point that you should use is UB17 in case of any blood-related problems.
We're talking about the blood composition now, sir.
Anything.
Okay.
Quality, composition, maybe. Right? But white blood cells, definitely spleen 1 and 2. Right? On right side, it is pancreas. We are talking on the left side,
Left. Okay, sir.
according to Dr. Wall. And now that we have spiral meridians, and now that we know how to manipulate quantity and quality, right? And how shall we do it? So what we can do is that we can go to these points. Either you go to vertical meridians only because they are all yang. So spleen belongs to yang family. SP1 is wind, and SP2 is heat, SP4 is hotness. ये सब है. So they are all yang. So in case we want to activate as lymph, these points are generally has to be sedated. But if we want to increase or decrease the numbers, right? So number increase is increasing yang, number decrease is increasing yin. So that we can do, isn't it? So suppose lymphocyte has increased. So what we can do, we can take 2 spiral meridians or 3 spiral meridians, SP1, SP2, and we can take SP4. In SP4, we can increase yin, and SP1 or SP2, whichever is more reactive, which depending on where the infection is, upper part or the lower part. Upper part means SP1, lower part is SP2.
Okay.
We can increase a little bit of yang, or we can only take only one spiral and do it. But simultaneously, what I have said is SP6 and UB17 are good points. They can be used. Red blood cells, I like that. Now, platelets, at times uh, because of dengue or malaria or something like that, platelets go down. If the platelets are going down, means they are dying. So what should we do? We should increase yang. Shall we do? Take SP3, right?
Okay.
SP3, Chi, tonify yang, right? And sedate yin. So what you can do, you can make a combination of all the three meridians, because platelets can be very dangerous. Suddenly it goes down because within hours it can go down and within hours it can go up. So what we should be able to combine all the three meridians. Suppose platelets are going down, that is what generally happens in dengue, malaria, and all that. So what should we do? First thing is, whatever you are doing medication, you should not stop it. You should keep on doing it. So that is a general thing. But as an acupuncturist, how can we help? We can catch hold of SP3 spiral, right? Increase wind, heat, hotness, and decrease dryness, coolness. Are you getting it? All the 3 points. Wind, heat, hotness, we are increasing, right? And we have also to increase humidity. If the humidity is increased with yang, it will become more yang. So then dryness, coldness, sedate. Then what we should do? We can go to increase the yang of the chi accumulated at sp3. So just next to sp3 is sp5 on the vertical meridian. So sp5 behavior with respect to sp3 will be yang. Hello?
Got it.
So what you can do? You can tonify vertically sp5. You are not tonifying dryness. You are tonifying the yang of sp3. That is more generation, blood, red blood cells,
Heat.
and as well as platelets and everything total. Then what? You can decrease yin simultaneously. How will you? sp3 means you have to go to spleen horizontal. Spleen horizontal coolness is K3. So you can sedate K3 horizontally. Everything you are doing logically, you are making your own protocol. No, you are not depending on formula.
Now, one query, sir. The
Hmm.
second part of my query. Now, normally when we talk, liver is always excess and the kidney chi is always deficient, or kidneys are deficient in form of essence.
Hmm.
So when we sedate K3, is it something different or
K3 horizontally.
okay?
And we are sedating the coolness of spleen. And then what we can do? We can go to stomach meridian spiral. Which spiral we will go? Stomach wind spiral. Quantity, right? So heat. We are tonifying heat on a spleen. So sedate
Sedate.
cold on stomach. आ रही है कुछ?
जी sir.
So very strong and good formula is made. So you can always rent SP6, UB17. You can do that.
ठीक है sir. Thank you.
The platelets they make life miserable. Similarly, lymphocytes, they're very difficult to fight. Reticuloepithelial cells, SP4, on the left side, that is also responsible for lymphocytes. डॉक्टर वॉल की किताब देखो ना.
Okay sir.
I hope I have answered your questions.
Sir, can
हाँ बोलिए.
sir
Go
just
ahead.
to confirm, sir, can you add controller meridian also along with this, sir?
हाँ
Can
control,
you
yes,
add controller
yes, yes.
meridian also along with all
Yes.
these three meridian?
Pericardium, na? Huh? Yes, you should. You should. God, see, Professor Park, he gave us to understand that pericardium and triple worm are controller meridians, thanks to him. So we should use every possible methods and knowledge, whatever we have. Very strange. There are people who just don't know what they're talking. And they are stalwarts. They are talking of auricular acupuncture, scalp acupuncture, abdominal acupuncture, this acupuncture, that acupuncture. And the basic thing, that solid organs only generate chi and hollow organs don't generate. They don't want to accept because it is not very popular. This particular thing is not known to the general public in India. I don't know about other countries. I learned it, of course. How? 2 plus 2, 4. I mean, I read many books and I drew the conclusion. And then when I tried on the patients, I found this is correct. Solid organs only generate. Generation is in the solid organs only. But the control of this function generation is because of hollow organs. Therefore, I said hollow organs are like brain to solid organs. The concept of processors, processor number 1 and processor number 2, of course, are very explicit. And in case of females, processor number 3 becomes also very important. These facts are, I don't know. Same books I read. I shall tell you, one of the writers, which is maybe because in this class, so that it will be recorded for all times to come. I am obliged to express my gratitude to Henry Wollentron and Colleen J. MacLean. This is a very small book I found in Delhi in one of the old book depots. It was thrown in somewhere non-sellable kind of thing in the book. I just picked it up. And that book gives a lot to understand, which helped to clear many of my doubts regarding Chinese principles that otherwise would have remained unexplained. This is generation and distribution of chi. Last lines of my writing. This last line people don't read. The source where I got it, I have exposed. Dr. Aparna, you are there? You're busy?
Yes, sir, I'm listening, but I can't switch on my video.
Okay. They called it, this is an absurd hypothesis. This is your absurd hypothesis. It's horrible it was. It was horrible. You see, when Galileo said that Earth rotates around the sun, what happened? Go to gallows. Against Bible. You are talking against Bible. Everyone is saying so pathetic. You can't help. You can't help. They are in majority. Very difficult. I've seen all over the places I've seen. All over. I can tell them various formulae. I asked them a small question. क्या question था? Suppose you want to control chi of LU10, heat point of lungs meridian. So LU10 sedation, that is one point. Now there are two possibilities. Either you tonify LU5, water point, or you tonify Li2, water point. Will they have the same effect?
No, sir.
Finished. No discussion, nothing. I don't want you to discuss all this. Don't confuse people because he himself doesn't know. I know him because on so many occasions I have seen him. So this is, I'm talking not only this, I had discussions with so many people. I had one Be Young Soon, and he is very much on Twitter, WhatsApp, etc. And in on net, he's there. Uh, he says that sham acupuncture, his father invented it. So there was a huge discussion with him on net. He's Korean, a Korean fellow who is claiming that they have invented sham acupuncture. Sham acupuncture, where the needle is not pierced. And he was not agreeing that yin is a responsive force. Yin is a responsive force. The nature's law, every action will have a reaction. I got a little. Anyway, so I think Kalyan, you have got your
Yes, sir.
answer. No?
Yes.
So there is no limit. You can keep on thinking, keep on formulating, doing, establishing. For every patient is a unique case, and you can always think and do whatever you want to. Then, any other question? If you have any other question, you can ask. Otherwise,
Nothing, sir. Nothing for me. Thank you, sir.
anyone else? I just brought this book, Treatise 4, to confirm about this white blood cells, DLC. Okay. So we had discussed deficiency of body fluids. Now let us today go to discuss excess. Now excess of body fluids will cause some kind of swelling, some kind of accumulation of chi or body fluids, accumulation of body fluids. So if it is excess, there can be 4 causes. I should write, I think. That is the best way. Yesterday we wrote, I think that helped us, isn't it?
Sir, yesterday you mentioned to page number 120, sir. To
Yes, I am there.
remember you.
I am on page 20.
Ah, okay, okay.
What can be 4 things? Number 1, number 2, number 3, एक्सेस क्यों हो सकता है? डेफिशिएंसी ऑफ स्प्लीन ची. Why we are saying spleen chi? Why they said spleen chi? Spleen chi deficiency comes. Spleen is what? ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन किसका काम है? दो दो चीजों का. ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इज द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ
spleen
spleen
and
chi
kidneys.
and kidney. So transformation अपने शरीर में, in our body, transformation of what do you call, uh, substantial to non-substantial and non-substantial to substantial. This is happening continuously. Substantial things, for example, body fluids, are getting transformed into chi. That means whatever food you are taking, that gets transformed into non-visible chi, ATP or whatever you can call it. That is because of what? Spleen. And the non-substantial chi, when it is slows down, the flow of the body fluid slows down, and therefore you get accumulated swelling, etc. Right? So if the chi formation is more, you will get dryness, lack of body fluid. Right? If material thing is transforming, getting into non-material at a faster rate, more than desired, you are definitely, you will be troubled. Dryness will occur, right? And if it is otherwise, then swelling will occur and a lot of deposits may occur. So it has to be a balance, right? Continuous. Like outside in the nature, what is happening? The water is getting evaporated into vapor. Water gets evaporated into vapor state, and the vapor condenses back into water. This cycle is on and on and on in the whole of the world. Similarly, this is happening in our body also. Of course, this has not been chalked out, this has not been written anywhere, but this is what I am trying to compare. Yatha Brahmande Tatha Pinde. Whatever is outside is also inside. जो बाहर हो रहा है वो हमारे शरीर में भी हो रहा है. नहीं, पानी से भाप बन रहा है, सब्सटैंशियल से नॉन सब्सटैंशियल, और भाप से वापस कंडेंस होके बारिश हो रही है, फिर पानी बन रहा है. इजंट इट? ये चल रहा है. तो ये इसके लिए जिम्मेदार कौन कौन है? खास करके स्प्लीन और किडनी. लेकिन वी लंग्स इज ए सेकेंड स्टोरेज पॉइंट फॉर बॉडी फ्लूइड्स. थोड़ा सा बॉडी फ्लूइड मतलब जो लाइनिंग है ना, जो ब्रोंकाई है, या और जो एयर पाइप है, ट्रैकिया है, या जो ब्रोंक्यूल्स है, they have a lining of body fluid. What kind of lining? These white cells only, mostly. ये लाइनिंग रहने से इट इज मॉइस्ट एंड इट विल होल्ड. नाक में साइनस वगैरह में भी है, सब में, एवरीथिंग you have this, so that anything foreign material or any dust particle or microbes etc come, they get stuck, they are removed and they are killed. Hello? Formation of body fluid from the essence of food And condensation of chi is a continuous process. Chi हम लोगों ने कैसे बोला था? The waves, bundle of waves. Now these bundle of waves are metaphysical, which come together because of two forces, cohesive and adhesive forces. And therefore the substantial thing is made. So condensation of chi is a continuous process. And similarly, the food which is substantial, visible, that gets converted into chi, that is also happening. So the two things are keeping a balance of body fluid in our body. Right? Like cooling effect and heating effect, that keeps our temperature of the body at a certain level within a range, a normal range of body temperature is maintained. How? Because the two forces, yang and yin. Yang warms the body, yin cools the body. Both of them are working. See? Thus, our triple warmer works to maintain a balance of fluids. ट्रिपल वार्मर हमारा जो तीन वार्मर है, अपर वार्मर, मिडिल वार्मर एंड लोअर वार्मर, विच इज हियर इन आवर trunk, that has, it is continuously doing this. Primarily, transformation is function of spleen, secondarily kidney, and lungs can help by excreting the excess of fluid deposits as urine and sweat. Now, kidney and lungs, they are also responsible for the gas transfer, oxygen and carbon dioxide, inhalation and exhalation. That further helps transformation process. Obviously, an excess of fluid indicates impaired functioning of one of the many of the organs, that is spleen, kidney and lungs. तो तीन चीजें, तीन organs and तीन meridians सबसे ज्यादा important है. कौन कौन से? Spleen, kidney and lungs. Right? So when there is an excess, so the flow of fluids have slowed down, so there will be deposit and there will be a swelling. Now look at the place of the swelling and then decide which of the three, तीन कौन कौन से? Spleen, lungs and kidney. Earth, metal and water. Consecutive है ना? जो creative cycle, the process goes wood, fire, earth, metal, water. So earth, metal, water. अर्थ के लिए स्प्लीन है रिस्पॉन्सिबल, मेटल इज लंग्स एंड वाटर इज किडनी. So look at the place of accumulation of fluid, look at the place of swelling and decide. If it is a swelling in the middle portion, that is abdomen. Abdomen जिसका गोल हो जाता है ना, गोल मीन्स लाइक वाटर पॉट जो घड़ा होता है, पिक्चर उसके जैसा. Always know that is a spleen deficiency and the master point is SP4. Swelling in the middle portion, that is abdomen, indicates weak spleen. अगर weak spleen हो जाए, so many complications will appear. I was in Warangal once, and there was a person who was time and again visiting that particular clinic where I had gone to see the patients. The in charge who had called me there, he said, "ये पागल है. He is a kind of a little deranged. Mind this guy is not fully. He keeps on coming. Whatever we treatment we give, he is not satisfied." He came to me also, thinking that I am an expert. I gave him only simply spleen chi tonification. He was so happy. He was dancing next day. सालों से पड़ा हुआ था. People were neglecting him. Nobody knew what to do. I only saw his abdomen, touched the alarm point. Abdominal acupuncture, of course, abdominal diagnosis is also there. So I did that and I gave him spleen chi tonification. The man was very happy and everyone was struck. In case of more complication, what can happen? Not only the abdominal swelling, some fluids can be seen getting deposited. That is known as ascites. Have you heard? Ascites का नाम सुना है? चेतन भाई आपने सुना जलोदर?
हाँ हाँ, पेट में पानी भरना।
हाँ, तो पेट में पानी भर गया तो क्या हो गया? Deficient spleen. Spleen has the responsibility of transforming substantial into non-substantial. And spleen को जहां कहीं भी wetness, dampness मिलती है, it is spleen which will transform it into invisible. The ascite is where the water or whatever the fluid has got accumulated in the abdomen. In the allopathic system, they keep on removing it. They take it out, right? Okay, that all that is okay, but continuously this water is coming from where? Actually, spleen and liver, the function I have explained, the splenic vein is sending the blood to liver. And liver, that particular vein is connected to different veins from all sides. So the blood is collected from periphery to center by liver. Now, because it is venous blood, so it has a lot of contamination. Even the nourishment is there, the excretions are there, bacteria, everything is there. So it has a tendency to get deposited at the junctions of various veins. I had explained it once, isn't it, earlier? पहले एक दिन बताया था ना इसको अच्छी तरह से. केतन भाई आपको याद है?
हाँ सर।
तो अब क्या होगा? This causes stagnation. This we call liver chi stagnation, meaning thereby the liver is not able to bring everything back because there are deposits and occlusion. Occlusion हो गया तो क्या करेंगे? उसको कैसे निकालें?
ऑपोजिट
अपोजिट फ्लो. एसाइटिस जिसका इलाज नहीं मालूम है लोगों को, आज आपको मालूम पड़ गया. क्या करना पड़ेगा? अच्छा, अगर अब स्प्लीन हैज टू सेंड टाइम एंड अगेन, रास्ता ब्लॉक है, pathway is blocked, the fluids, and spleen has to send it. So don't you think the spleen's yang will be consumed? Spleen chi will be consumed, थक जाएगा. So apparently you will feel that spleen has gone weak, but it has gone weak because there is a stagnation in the liver. Stagnation in the liver means excess of liver. तो एसाइटिस का इलाज करना हो तो क्या करें?
लीवर में ऑपोजिट फ्लोर स्प्लीन ची और यांग दोनों को
Very good, very good. What Ketan is saying is excellent. आ रही है सबकी समझ में कि नहीं? All of you are understanding it. Ascites, जलोदर का इलाज. How shall we do it? We will try to clear the occlusions so that the chi stagnation of liver is taken care of. How shall we do it? Dr. Wall said liver 1 and total chi as per TCM liver 3. We can take both these spiral meridians opposite flow. Or otherwise in TCM there is a formula, 6-point formula of liver chi stagnation. We can sedate it. And simultaneously we can tonify what? अभी बोले ना केतन भाई, spleen chi. Now spleen chi is getting weak transportation. So who will help? Who will help? Kidney. Kidney will help. Fire kidney. Tone. Chi tone. केतन भाई,
हाँ सर.
एसाइटिस में आप पेशेंट मर जाता है भाई. तो फुल फोर्स लगाने का. Whatever medication is on, let it be on and you can help. ठीक है? In chronic conditions, all this will work. And remember, because you have to generate more chi now. तो generation के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? स्प्लीन मेरिडियन के साथ कौन सा मेरिडियन लेना होगा?
Stomach.
स्टमक लेना होगा. लीवर में हमको गॉल ब्लैडर नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन स्प्लीन के साथ हमें स्टमक चाहिए. आर यू फॉलोइंग इट? सबकी समझ में आ रहा है?
जी सर.
Now, especially swelling in the face, hands, etc., that is because of lungs. लंग्स में स्वेलिंग हो गई तो क्या होगा? क्या करें? क्या हो गया? Why it has swelled? Because of accumulation. Because it has got kind of slowed down. The chi has also slowed down, and therefore the fluid flow has also slowed down. So what should we do? Lungs chi tonification. Lungs chi tonification. क्या करना चाहिए? Spiral meridian, of course. Chi meridian. Now we have chi meridian. Chinese could not give us chi meridian, but we have chi meridians now. So we can tonify chi. Either we go for traditional Chinese formula, or we can go for BG meridian, spiral meridians. All right. And what should we do? Tonify heat, humidity. Heat, humidity. What else? Heat, humidity, hotness also. You can tonify all this and sedate cold. You can sedate dryness also, depending on the severity. puffy हो जाता है, face puffy, hand gets D-shaped, माने a little D-shaped, not much, थोड़ा सा ऐसा लगेगा कि जितना the ratio between this upper arm and forearm, वो ratio is out of balance. Then you know
सर
it is
वोमेन
not.
का कभी ब्रेस्ट,
हाँ जी,
हेलो,
हाँ,
हमने वोमेन का कभी ब्रेस्ट का ऑपरेशन के बाद में ऐसा आ जाता तो उसमें भी यही यू काम आ जाएगा।
वहाँ lymph काम करना करेगा. You will have to treat lymph and also lungs of course. Lymph काम करना चाहिए, क्यों? क्योंकि ब्रेस्ट जो निकाल देते हैं ना, उसके बाद दिस हैपेंस, पूरा हाथ में स्वेलिंग, एक ही हाथ में स्वेलिंग होता है उसमें,
हाँ
है ना? So lymph 6 is the point. If you remember electroacupuncture, doctor, according to Dr. Wall, we had done. So lymphatic system has to be activated. हाथ का lymph कौन सा है? SP1. And lymph 6 is a point which is lymphatic point. हम्म, ठीक है जोशी जी,
जी सर, समझ गया।
और क्या कर सकते हैं? टाई इन opposite flow, yang tone, yin sedate. That also you can do. Now, if the swelling is in the lower portion or starts from lower, generally you will see elderly people coming with knee pain and the knee is swelling. पूरे घुटना पूरा swelling है, वहां पर पानी, या the portion of the leg, especially below the knee, there is swelling and there is a pitting in that. Then you know that fluid has got deposited in the legs. और स्पेशली एंकल जॉइंट्स दे गेट स्वेलिंग फर्स्ट. कोई आया पेशेंट और उसका एंकल जॉइंट बिल्कुल चिकना हो जाता है, वेरी वेरी स्मूथ एंड लिटिल स्वेलिंग इज यू विल सी ऑन द एंकल्स. You should know that what has happened, deficiency of kidney yang. Kidney yang means yang kidney. Kidney yang लिखा रहता है TCM में, नहीं, but if you do it on the water side, that may not help you much. What will help you much? Fire side. Fire side, kidney ketone, right? And then, of course, for chi, for function, for yang, you can always take back shoe points if you want. TCM always gives importance to back shoe points. And they have various other good points. Like CV4, CV6, CV17. So the points on the CV and GV, they are there that TCM is using as formula, but we have now chi meridians, so it will automatically do it. But in case you feel, you can use the TCM points also, like CV4, GV4, CV6. So that will increase yang and that will open all the pathways. Kidney and spleen, याद रखिए, they belong to yang family, and therefore whenever we are talking of total chi, and if we are interested in increasing yang, we can go directly above the source point of the, like directly above in the kidney, K3 is the source point, directly above K3 is K7. So for increasing yang, you can tonify K7 vertically. Similarly, in spleen, sp3 is the source point. Directly above it is sp5. So if you want to increase yang, then you can tonify sp5 vertically, because these two belong to yang family.
सर sp5 को टोन क्यों करता है
sp5 को
sp5 को टोन क्यों करते हैं
नहीं समझ में आ रही है? देखो, टोटल ची को करना है तो क्या करेंगे? कौन सा स्पाइरल लेंगे? sp3,
sp3?
राइट? और हमें क्या करना है? हीट ह्यूमिडिटी टोन, यांग को टोन करना है. एस एनीथिंग विच इज वर्टिकली अप इज यांग. वर्टिकल कौन जाता है? यांग जाता है. शुरू कहां से कर रहे हैं? द प्रोसेस इज स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम sp3. sp3 इज विंड पॉइंट. sp3 स्पाइरल में sp3 is which point? Wind point. So next to the wind comes what? Heat. So vertically अगर यांग जाए तो sp3 के ऊपर कौन आएगा? sp5.
sp5.
So sp5 is heat. यांग. sp3 का जो ची है वो वेव्स में जो यांग है दैट कैन गो टू sp5. अगर sp5 से हम पुल करें तो मोर यांग विल कम फ्रॉम स्प्लीन इन द मेरिडियन. Ultimately, spleen meridian is fed by spleen organ, isn't it? Organ in TCM, you know that it is not the real organ, the whole orb. It means नहीं, spleen से जो कुछ भी है, spleen से fat है, adipose है, ये सब है, all that is connected. Blood है, सब कुछ. Because TCM में spleen does not mean only spleen physical organ, जैसे कि अपने मेडिकल साइंस में spleen means spleen organ, ऐसा नहीं है अपने यहाँ. किडनी मीन्स किडनी और अपने यहाँ ऐसा नहीं है. किडनी मीन्स बोन ऑल्सो, बोन मैरो ऑल्सो. हार्ट मीन्स ब्लड वेसल ऑल्सो. समझ में आता है ना ये सब बातें? लेवल वन में ये सब करते हैं हम लोग खूब बात.
हाँ सर.
पीसीएम में जब हम बात बोलते हैं किडनी गड़बड़ है, इट डजंट मीन द किडनी ऑर्गन हैज गॉन. व्हेन हम जब बोलते हैं हार्ट में गड़बड़ी है तो नॉट द हार्ट ऑर्गन ऑलवेज, नो. ब्लड वेसल्स की बात कर रहे हैं, बोन की बात कर रहे हैं, कुछ और की बात कर रहे हैं, है ना? छोटी से. तो sp3 के डायरेक्टली अबव कौन सा है? sp5. k3 के डायरेक्टली अबव कौन सा है? k7. तो वर्टिकली k3 मेरिडियन लिया और वर्टिकली k7 को टोन किया. तो k3 k7 अगर दो को टोन कर दो तो किडनी की आंख बहुत टोन हो जाती है. साथ में अगर ub23 ले लिया आपने, बैक शू पॉइंट हो गया. 3 पॉइंट बहुत होता है. ये सब समझना चाहिए. समझ के आपके चॉइस की बात है. टाइम टाइम कम है, 2 ही पॉइंट लगा दिया k3 k7. भाई इसको लगाते रहना, कल आ जाना. ub23 पे एक रेड रेड मार्कर लगा दिया. टोटल तो ये है कि यू हैव टू गो फॉर स्पाइरल मेरिडियन, all that you have to, but because you know what you are doing. समझ में आ रहा है? अभी sp5 एंड k7 वाली बात समझ में आ गई कि नहीं?
अभी ये तो ड्राइनेस पॉइंट है ना, ये तो sp5, मुझे यही समझ में.
ऐसा है, आपको अगर याद हो बीजी मेरिडियन आप आए थे ना, यू वर देयर.
हाँ आया.
और लॉन्ग मेरिडियन भी आपने किया हुआ है.
हाँ.
Would someone like to answer, Ketan? Please put on your cameras. This is an interesting thing. Basic आ गए हम लोग. We have come to level 1 and level 2. So let us talk it out. Yeah. What Ketan is asking, sp5 is dryness point, sir. How can you say this is heat point? Who'd like to answer?
I may try, sir.
हाँ, you can try. आप तो अंग्रेजी बोलोगे तो केतन भाई को कम समझ में आएगा. I shall translate. No
Yes.
problem.
Whenever you start, like say sp3, you are starting as a treatment, right? So when you start a treatment, that is acting as a wind, okay, from the solid organ perspective. So sp3 act as a wind. Then the next point in the thing is sp5. So after wind, next is heat. So we have to treat that as a heat point in vertically, so that it will like give what to say
You're
as
right,
per
Shiva. In fact, Shiva has understood it. हाँ, yes, what डॉक्टर वार्ष ने हिंदी में थोड़ा बोल रहे हैं.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल केतन जी,
हाँ जी.
SP1 पहले आता है, SP3 पहले आता है?
क्या SP?
SP1, SP3, SP5, SP4, इसमें
SP1
पहले
पहले
कौन
आता है.
आता है? हाँ, तो पहले वाला जो आएगा वो येन होगा या यांग होगा?
पहले वाला यांग होगा ना.
पहले वाला येन होगा.
स्टार्ट
जैसे
तो.
जैसे मेरे पिताजी और मैं, मेरे पिताजी पहले आए,
हाँ.
मैं बाद में आया.
हम्म.
अब मेरा लड़का, तो मेरे पिताजी येन हो गए ना. मैं यांग हो गया पिताजी के लिए, और
हाँ.
मेरे लड़के के लिए मैं येन हो गया, और मेरा लड़का यांग हो गया मेरे लिए.
हाँ.
तो जब हम स्पाइरल में कहीं से भी शुरू करें, उसका वो पुराना नॉमेनक्लेचर है, ये मेटल है, ये हीट है, उसे सब भूल जाइए. जहां से आप शुरू करें उसे विंड शुरू कीजिए, yin साइड में. विंड, हीट, हॉटनेस, ह्यूमिडिटी, ड्राइनेस एंड कोल्ड. ये सीक्वेंसिंग याद कीजिए. कहीं से भी शुरू करें, और यांग साइड में आप ड्राइनेस से शुरू करेंगे. अगर आप SP3 लेके चल रहे हैं स्पाइरल में, तो SP3 जो है वो विंड हो जाएगा, और उससे अगला जो आएगा फिर वो यांग हो जाएगा, हीट हो
समझ गया.
जाएगा.
हम्म.
वो एग्जाम्पल तुम्हारा वर्ष ने, इट इज कंफ्यूजिंग. वो एग्जाम्पल मत दिया करो, क्योंकि पहले तो प्रोसेस स्टार्ट्स विद यांग ओनली. सो
कोई बात सर.
कंफ्यूजन हो जाएगा.
काम.
हाँ,
हाँ
हाँ,
हाँ.
डोंट यूज दैट एग्जाम्पल. ओके, मैं समझ गया. फादर इज इन, वो समझ गया. नाउ, अभी ये केतन भाई आपकी समझ में है ना, जहां से भी स्टार्ट प्रोसेस, मान लो आपके घर से चालू हुए आप, तो आप जब अपने घर से चालू हुए तो विंड वहां है. कहीं से भी प्रोसेस जहां से चालू होगा, दैट इज विंड. द प्रोसेस स्टार्ट्स विद विंड एंड फिनिशेस एट कोल्ड. तो आप मान लो SP2 स्पाइरल ले लिया.
हाँ.
SP3 विल बिकम वेरी वेरी मच यंग, क्योंकि SP2 के ऊपर कौन है? SP3. SP2 स्पाइरल या SP3 विल बिकम वेरी यंग. मान लो लोअर पोर्शन में आपको लिव को ट्रीट करना है. हम्म.
हम्म.
इन्फेक्शन हो गया है तो क्या करेंगे? SP2 स्पाइरल, हीट ह्यूमिडिटी टोन, या हीट हॉटनेस टोन, कोल्ड सेडेट, यू कैन डू दैट. और SP2 का एक हीट कौन आएगा? SP3, बिकॉज राइट अबव SP2 इज SP3, स्पेशली फॉर दोज ऑर्गन्स एंड मेरिडियंस विच बिलोंग टू यांग फैमिली. हम्म.
हम्म.
आप देखो SP3 स्पाइरल में हीट कौन सा पॉइंट है मालूम है?
एल्यूएट.
एलिवेट. एलिवेट इज डार्डेस्ट पॉइंट.
हम्म.
और लंग्स बिलोंग्स टू यिन फैमिली.
हम्म.
एलिवेट बहुत यिन है, अगर TCM के हिसाब से देखे तो. नो, दिस इज हीट. ये मैं क्यों बोल रहा हूं? व्हाई आई एम सेइंग दिस? बिकॉज the chi available at different points, they have their intellect and they have their wisdom, and they behave differently in different circumstances. आप क्या है? पेशेंट क्या है? ची है. पेशेंट क्या है?
जी.
ची है. डॉक्टर के पास आता है तो उसका बिहेवियर अलग है, पेशेंट के जैसे बिहेवियर है. घर में जाता है, बाप है मान लो, तो उसका बिहेवियर बाप के जैसा हो जाता है. वाइफ के साथ उसका हस्बैंड के जैसे हो जाता है. अपने बाप के साथ उसके लड़के का जैसे. सो व्हेन यू आर फेसिंग योर मदर, यू बिहेव लाइक सन. व्हेन यू आर फेसिंग मी, यू बिहेव लाइक स्टूडेंट. व्हेन यू आर फेसिंग योर ब्रदर, योर सो बिहेवियर चेंजेस, योर फंक्शन चेंजेस, योर क्वालिटी. बिहेवियर से मतलब है ना हमारा. फंक्शन इज हेल्थ. हेल्थ की इंडेक्स ओरिएंटल विजडम में इज नॉट द पैथोलॉजिकल रिपोर्ट्स, it's the functioning of the body and mind. If it is healthy, we are healthy. फंक्शन के लिए
करेक्ट
क्या
सर।
चाहिए। तो आपको ये ध्यान रखना होगा कि जहां से भी हम शुरू कर रहे हैं, जो भी, अब लॉन्ग मेरिडियन में मान लो हमने लंग्स और स्प्लीन को ले लिया। स्प्लीन 5 बिहेव्स लाइक हीट
It.
when we when it is facing the chi of lungs। टाइन में कौन से दो मेरिडियन है, लंग्स एंड
Spleen.
स्प्लीन। तो स्प्लीन पॉइंट्स SP1, SP5 एंड SP4,
It. Right.
दैट इज विंड, हीट एंड हॉटनेस। सो उसका तो बिहेवियर चेंज हो गया ना। SP5 मेटल पॉइंट था, ड्राइनेस पॉइंट था, बट इट हैज स्टार्टेड बिहेविंग एज फायर व्हेन इट इज फेसिंग लंग्स। So SP5 in relation to lungs, it will work as fire।
नहीं, ये समझता हूँ मैं।
समझते हैं ना। तो
हाँ,
अभी अब जहां से भी शुरू हुए वो विंड है। एसपी
वो
थ्री
भी।
से शुरू SP3 से शुरू हुए तो विंड है। SP3 स्पाइरल लिया तो SP3 से शुरू हो गए ना।
हाँ,
तो SP3 अगर विंड है तो उसके जस्ट ऊपर जो है वो यांग पोर्शन, वर्टिकली
हाँ,
कौन जा रहा है अप। वर्टिकली अप इज यांग कंपोनेंट एंड
हाँ,
हॉरिजेंटली इज यिन कंपोनेंट
हाँ।
ऑफ ची। यही तो मगजमारी कर रहा है TCM वालों को।
चेतन सर, चेतन सर, आप ना डायगोनल में ही विंड हीट ह्यूमिडिटी कर रहे हैं सर। आप चारों दिशाओं में वही फार्मूला लगाइएगा, विंड, हीट, हॉटनेस, ह्यूमिडिटी, स्पाइरल में।
चारों दिशाओं में
जहां से
नहीं,
अभी शुरू करें।
पूरा 360 सारे दिशाओं में वही है।
ये मैं समझता हूँ। मैंने मुझे आप आगे इंग्लिश पर बोल रहे थे, तो मुझे ये इसमें SP5 स्पाइरल लिया या वर्टिकल लिया, वो मैं नहीं समझ पा रहा था।
वर्टिकल लिया। वर्टिकल SP3 स्पाइरल में तो ट्रीटमेंट कर दिया हमने, जो कुछ भी करना
हाँ,
है यांग को बढ़ा दिया। अब और यांग को बढ़ाना है तो हम वर्टिकल जाएंगे।
ठीक समझ है। मु-
दोनों चीजें एक साथ कर सकते हैं। SP3 स्पाइरल में
अरे
आपने
भाई हम
ट्रीटमेंट
तो
दे दिया।
तीनों मेरिडियन को एक साथ, एसआईटीज में हमने ऑल द 3 मेरिडियंस वी आर यूजिंग, इजंट इट, डिपेंडिंग ऑन दी सिचुएशन, कितना गंभीर है मामला। और संभल के करना है, ऐसा नहीं कि एक तरफ से आप टोन कर रहे हैं दूसरी तरफ से सेडेट हो जाए, ये सब नहीं होना चाहिए। ठीक है, अभी क्लियर हो गया है ना केतन
हाँ
भाई।
सर।
ओके,
हाँ,
दैट्स गुड। तो अभी नीचे में स्वेलिंग हो जाए, पैरों में स्वेलिंग हो जाए तो किडनी डेफिशिएंसी है, isn't it? That's what we said. Now, अगर तीनों में डेफिशिएंसी हो जाए, पूरे शरीर में पूरा फ्लेम 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 हो गया, तब क्या करेंगे। ऑल द थ्री ची हैज टू बी टोनिफाइड। सबसे पहले कौन सा करेंगे, मिडिल वाला, लंग्स। फिर क्या करेंगे, किडनी वाला। फिर क्या करेंगे, स्प्लीन वाला। Such a situation comes, one of the patients I know of was suffering from sarcoidosis। पूरी बॉडी उसकी फूल के बिल्कुल पूरा गुब्बारा, विद इन ईयर, कोई काम नहीं कर रहा है, नो नो मेडिकेशन इज वर्किंग। अल्टीमेटली दे हैव गॉन टू आयुर्वेद। स्टिल दे हैव नो फेथ, मच फेथ इन एक्यूपंक्चर और एक्यूप्रेशर। ऐसा पेशेंट हमारे पास आने से क्या करना है, तीनों लेना है, स्प्लीन, लंग्स एंड किडनी। तीनों डेफिशिएंट हो गया है, एंड फूड एंड एयर, प्राणायाम, एवरीथिंग। शी इज वेरी सीरियस। और खाना तो आजकल कुछ भी मिलता है, नथिंग, यू विल नॉट गेट एनीथिंग विच इज नॉट कंटामिनेटेड। So in fact, we should know about diet also. Which particular element we want to increase, and for that element, what kind of food we should have. ये सब डिटेल होना चाहिए, है ना? Anyway, so now you know that ऊपर का हिस्सा हो रहा है, हाथ तक हो रहा है, that is lungs. नीचे का हिस्सा हो रहा है किडनी, and central हिस्से में हो रहा है, swelling हो रही है तो spleen है. We have taken examples also, right? Especially the ankle joints, अगर swelling देखो, that is kidney, and kidney is connected to all the rest of the organs, all the four organs, because kidney becomes mother after the mother. Next is,
Sir, may I ask one question, sir?
हाँ जी
Related.
बोलिए. Yes, go ahead.
Sir, just I am like, for example, for excess of body fluids, uh, we are saying like spleen is weak. Similarly, for deficiency in stomach also, we are saying like spleen is weak. So we are toning the spleen chi there also. So I am just thinking like, sir, body fluids here excess, also spleen is weak. Deficiency in stomach also we are saying spleen is weak. So I am little confused like body fluids. What is the difference between these two?
You see, this couple, spleen and stomach, they are unique. Liver, gallbladder, heart, small intestine, lungs, large intestine, kidney, UB, they are behaving in a one way. The spleen, stomach, they are behaving very strangely, right? What is happening is food is directly going into stomach, right? Now, spleen is solid organ. It has the job of generation. But stomach is a unique organ which is directly getting the food inside, which is yin. Plus, it has secretive, mucus secreting glands, right? That must secrete. It must get chi. Who will give the chi to stomach? Spleen. What kind of chi is required to generate yin? Mucus is yin, isn't it? What kind of chi would you require to generate yin? Yang. Whether you want production of yin chi or you want production of yang chi, you will require yang chi only. Yang only is responsible. In case of spleen stomach, it is the spleen which is having, regenerates also and has also. And because it has a lot of yang, it does not like any fluid. It does not like any dampness. It does not like any. So any phlegm, any fluid, etc. is there. Spleen, in fact, we are tonifying. The spleen is responsible for what? For yang. So it is transforms. It transforms any fluid, any liquid, it will transform into invisible. Right? But that same yang, when it goes to stomach, it starts activating the secretive glands. It starts making the motion,
Enzymes.
peristaltic motion, all that. Secretion of acid. Huh? This is very strange. This is very uncommon. Other couples are not like that. So you have to study spleen and stomach as importantly, as cautiously as you have studied water kidney and fat kidney. आधा है, दूसरा है उसका एस्पेक्ट, इसका एस्पेक्ट भी दूसरा है.
So in this excess case, fluids means what's a I understand deficiency case is that enzymes and segregation we need to tone it. There the fluid is related to enzymes. But in here in the excess case, fluids indicates what kind of fluids? So like food itself is excess here, or what is excess here?
Where is fluid available in our body?
Lungs is storing the fluids.
The fluid is flowing with the blood.
Okay, sir. Flowing in the blood. Correct,
Fluid
sir.
is the part of blood.
Yes, sir.
45% of the blood is only fluid, water. And blood is going to whole body, everywhere. And this fluid has chin ye, two forces, yang and yin,
Yes, sir.
that externalize the part of fluid at different places. Different fractions of the fluid gets externalized,
Yes, sir.
right? So what you asked? You asked
Like here, excess of body fluids means what
no,
kind of body fluids?
excess, not excess. What is happening is the flow, speed of the flow of body fluids, if it becomes sluggish, it gets externalized and stagnated. It gets stagnated. Once it stagnates, it has a tendency to, because of cohesive force, it can make tumors, it can make nodes, it can make anything.
Okay.
Hmm?
Okay, sir. So we
They
can say
come
like
closer, they can make वो गांठें भी बन सकती हैं. They can make nodes also, and they can appear as swelling also at different places. It should flow. So how it will flow? If the chi goes up, then the body fluids will follow. So if chi tone करे तो body fluid की circulation बढ़ती है.
okay.
Blood की भी circulation बढ़ेगी. The blood circulation will also go up, and the body fluids will also go up. And in the meanwhile, पीछे से जो आ रहा है, there is some accumulation. So that has to be transformed. That has to be taken care of. Whenever there is a phlegm, wherever. Abhi, we are coming to that. I shall tell you that. So, source of all body fluids is stomach. So now, if anywhere there is a phlegm deposit, phlegm means the body fluids which has slowed down forms phlegm. It gets condensed. So that who has made extra secretion more than necessary secretion from stomach. So transfer that to spleen meridian. What will happen? Spleen will transform it into invisible. So कहीं भी नाक से बह रहा हो, कान से बह रहा हो, कहीं से भी बह रहा हो, you should always transfer some chi from stomach to spleen. How can you do that? Low connecting point.
ST40.
The ST40. Yes, Kalyan, very good. So first thing that we do is ST40 sedate. It gets transferred.
It works very well, sir. ST40. My daughter, I have tried. Last time you told once ST40.
उसका क्या किया यार, बालों वाला?
लगा रहे सर, शुरू किया सर. Around every alternate day I'm putting, sir. I'll give the feedback, sir. And shoulders वाला भी बहुत अच्छा काम किया सर, मैं मदर के ऊपर में 2 sittings 40% pain reduced, sir.
अच्छा?
Yes,
What was the
2
problem
sittings.
and what did you do?
Sir, it was both bilateral, and you said it's allergy. So I used both AD1B and AD2, and along with I've used which one, sir? I forgot. 1 second, sir. Amma. I've used SP3. No, I've used EVOV. I have used, sir. Liver 3 spiral opposite flow. I've used, sir. And
बहुत
AD2 and
अच्छे.
AD1B.
And you should tonify spleen.
Yes, sir. SP3 spiral meridian also have.
Liver 3 spiral opposite flow. Yes, and it is allergy because
Yes.
both sides.
She
Wonderful,
was very
Kalyan.
happy.
You are following very well. Very well you are doing.
Yeah, it's
बहुत
only
अच्छा.
the house
बहुत
patients
अच्छा.
only.
बहुत अच्छा.
Yeah.
And you are getting results. See,
That's
good. That's nice.
thanks to you.
नहीं नहीं समझ में आ जा. Once you know, then you should formula. अपने आप कर सकते हैं ना. You have done everything yourself. I didn't help you. Because you are trying to understand and choose your own points, meridians, everything. You are doing it. Okay. So next is body fluids causing phlegm. Phlegm समझ में आ रहा है केतन भाई? बलगम.
हाँ.
Primary source of phlegm is stomach. वो तो सारे बॉडी बॉडी फ्लूइड्स का ही सोर्स है, स्टमक. This is then transformed and transported by spleen and kidney. Now, phlegm is necessary. Do we want phlegm in our body or not?
Yeah.
हेलो. बॉडी में हमें फ्लेम चाहिए कि नहीं चाहिए, गुप्ता जी?
चाहिए.
आप अनम्यूट करेंगे तभी सुनाई देगा.
हाँ, बॉडी फ्लूइड फ्लैम्स चाहिए. फ्लैम लंग्स में भी फ्लैम्स की जरूरत है. सब जगह जहाँ कहीं भी चिकनाई की जरूरत.
सब जगह जरूरत है. जहां लुब्रिकेशन तो फ्लेम से ही हो रहा है भाई, हर जगह.
जी.
जितने जॉइंट्स हैं, जितना मूवमेंट है, लुब्रिकेशन चाहिए कि नहीं चाहिए?
जी.
फ्लेम ही चाहिए. लेकिन ज्यादा हो जाए फ्लेम, तब तो गड़बड़ हो जाएगी. और फ्लेम जो है, आपको मालूम है कि some meridians are carrying a lot of blood. Those meridians which are carrying blood, especially long meridians we have talked about, with that lot of phlegm is also going. Agar by chance, because of some occlusion somewhere, if the flow of the blood in that particular meridian, which meridians? Yangming, Jiuyin, and which one? Taiyang. They are carrying lot of blood. अगर इन मेरिडियंस में, इफ इन दीज मेरिडियंस, इफ द स्पीड becomes a little less, the flow of chi becomes low because of some occlusion somewhere, because all the meridians are connected. Therefore, I always talk about circuits. Whenever you find a meridian, try to see the circuit and try to treat in such a way that all things are taken care of. Therefore, long meridians are better. And therefore, and now BG meridians, they are connecting 6 meridians together, not only 2. 1 point on each meridian. So what I say is that if such a thing happens, then there is every chance that in the meridian, very subtle chi is very subtle. It is not very gross. But with that, because it is carrying a lot of blood, so phlegm is necessarily, it will form if there is a sluggishness in the speed. That phlegm will be such which may not be visible with your eyes. But because, like in Mumbai, like in coastal areas, there's a lot of humidity in the air. Similarly, this body fluid is like humidity with the blood. So that will form, that will get accumulated, that will get condensed and collected at one place, right? And if that gets collected, meridians are very narrow where the chi was flowing. So there will be an obstruction of the chi flow in that. So this can become a problem, right? So fluids can cause phlegm formation. It can be invisible at times, isn't it? The dampness in the air you cannot see, but you can feel it. Especially in Mumbai, in Chennai, all these places you can definitely feel. Coastal areas where humidity becomes more at times. Right? So phlegm, that is also known as phlegm, which you cannot see by your eyes. So that is phlegm without form. That is known as phlegm without form. And there can be phlegm with form, जो आपके नाक से आता है, मुंह से आता है और जगह जगह. So the phlegm can be of two types, that is phlegm with form and phlegm without form. Phlegm with form, it shows in lungs, nose, and mouth. Lungs can hold the phlegm as nodes under the skin. There are three types of phlegm with form: white phlegm, yellow or green phlegm, and watery phlegm. ठीक है. तो अगर लंग्स में है तो प्राइमरी सोर्स कौन है उसका? स्टमक है. प्राइमरी सोर्स स्टमक ही है ना. तो आप क्या कर सकते हैं?
yin yang को ही टोन करना है.
लंग्स में जाकर के द फ्लो ऑफ बॉडी फ्लूइड हैज गॉट slowed down and therefore the phlegm is coming out of the nose and etc. And mouth of course is spleen only and stomach. So you should take two meridians if you are using long meridians. Otherwise there is a formula. You want me to write the formula? TCM formula लिखूं?
Sir, our formula will focus, sir. TCM formula already there in books.
Ah, it is there in the books. So I
So
don't.
our formula is more important, sir.
Ah, your own formula is more important.
Yes, sir.
TCM formula is in the book.
Hmm.
क्या कर सकते हैं हम लोग? Now, phlegm means it has to be transformed. Number one, transformation is only spleen. So what you should do? Spleen का yang tone होना चाहिए. And what has happened? It has slowed down in the lungs. Therefore, it is appearing in the nose, etc. Right? So, slowing down is because of yin, occlusion. So, in Tai Yin, tone yang, sedate yin, normal flow. SP1, SP5, and SP4. That is wind, heat, hotness. So, if you tone and in relation to lungs, you are getting it. Very simple. You don't have to think of anything. And you can always add a back shoe point of a spleen, UB20. That will reinforce your. So TCM also, I mean, why forget? Why not take advantage of the TCM? So whenever you are trying to tonify yang, you can take UB20 tonification. So tie in, tone yang, sedate yin. Now, source कौन है? Who is the source? Stomach. So take yang ming. Because you are tonifying here heat, so what will you do? Sedate, cold, and coldness. Cold कौन सा है? Li.
Li. Li5, Li6.
Second tone then. So, and if you can use the low connecting point, anything happens, ST40 sedate. Low connecting point. Normal meridian. Transferring from. So why? Because from behind, the liquid is coming, the fluids are coming from his stomach. Right? So some portion you can transfer. because it is not going ahead, because there is some kind of blockages in the lungs area. Therefore, the phlegm is appearing in the nose. So tie in, tone yang, sedate yin, yang ming, sedate cold, tone, you can tone humidity. You can do that. ठीक है?
सर ST40 का क्या बताया आपने?
ST40 सेडेट करना चाहिए। कहीं भी फ्लेम हो जाए, कहीं भी ज्यादा फ्लेम हो, whether it is visible or invisible, sedate ST40, मीनिंग देयर बाय कि भाई ब्लड के साथ में जा रहा है ना, फ्लेम तो जा रहा है, पानी जा रहा है ना, बॉडी फ्लूइड तो ब्लड के साथ में जा रहा है ना हर जगह। तो वो ब्लड में लगातार, स्टमक ही है, सोर्स कहाँ है? सोर्स इज स्टमक एंड सर्कुलेशन स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम किडनी। तो सीधी बात है कि आपको क्या करना चाहिए, पहले तो जो सोर्स है स्टमक, उसमें का ट्रांसफर कर दो बैक टू स्प्लीन, सो दैट इट विल ट्रांसफॉर्म द फ्लेम इनटू ची काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग, मेटाफिजिकल। तो वापस ब्लड में ना जा रहा, क्योंकि सोर्स कहां से है बॉडी फ्लूइड का? स्टमक से है। सोर्स में कट कर दिया, ST40 अगर सेडेट कर दिया, इट गोज टू स्प्लीन एंड इट विल ट्रांसफॉर्म द विजिबल इनटू इनविजिबल। So phlegm will be taken care of, whether it is visible or non-visible, form or not form, no form. Now, if it is if it is chronic condition, then also you have to do same thing. इसी में chronic हो जाता है, then the colors come. Color is heat. Color is what? Heat. So heat where? Heat in the stomach. So वहां पर क्या करना चाहिए? Cold sedate, heat humidity tone. So the chronic condition will be taken care of. TCM में अलग अलग फॉर्मूला करके दिया हुआ है, व्हाइट फ्लेम, ग्रीन फ्लेम, येलो फ्लेम। हम लोग लॉन्ग मेरिडियन लेंगे तो ये कर सकते हैं। एंड देन अल्टीमेटली वी हैव स्पाइरल मेरिडियंस ऑफ स्प्लीन एंड स्टमक। We can, on top of it, long meridians, we can take spleen, 3 spiral meridian, and we can take stomach, wind spiral meridian. We can take also ST36 spiral meridian individually. All this is available with us. Knowing that transformation is the job of spleen and source of all fluids is stomach. अच्छा, विदाउट फॉर्म जो होता है, फ्लेम विदाउट फॉर्म, ये कहां कहां हो सकता है? फ्लेम विदाउट फॉर्म,
नमनेस सर आपने एक बार बोला था, जो दिखता नहीं है पर
phlegm without form in the meridians.
मेरिडियंस, नमनेस।
But this can do a lot of things. कहाँ रह सकता है? This can be as numbness in meridians. So some people will come कि साहब हमको numbness आ रही है यहाँ पे, this area, they will show you an area, right? They will show you an area. In that area, which meridian is going? You have to take out the numbness. How will you take out? Take out the phlegm. Phlegm has to be taken out. What should we do?
Opposite flow, sir.
Opposite flow. Simple. So whether it is long meridian or it is spiral meridian, whatever, opposite flow and phlegm is dryness and humidity. Opposite flow, humidity, dryness, sedate, wind tone. And if it is too much, if too much कैसा होगा मालूम है? Deformity of joints. It can appear as blockage. This only appears as stones. Gallbladder stone is very difficult because there is no pathway for the stones to come out. Kidney में it is not so difficult. So phlegm without form can appear in such places. Phlegm under the skin, that is known as swelling of lymph nodes. अभी हमने एक बात करी ना, total body क्या करना पड़ेगा? Spleen, lungs and kidney, तीनों को. तो हमेशा याद रखिए जहां पर wherever there is an accumulation of phlegm, swelling, which meridian is going, you can go for opposite flow and simultaneously you should tonify the spleen chi. The spleen is a great transformer. And in order to tone spleen, the secondarily you can tone fire kidney chi. Wherever the stone is there, you go there, take opposite flow to remove that phlegm. But spleen and kidney you have to tonify for transformation. होता क्या है? Why these stones are formed? The phlegm which gets accumulated in gallbladder or in kidney, that infiltrates and then they get heated. By virtue of heat, the wetness is dried, and once it dries, it becomes hard, and that is known as stone. क्या करना चाहिए? वी हैव टू, हमने बता दिया आपको क्या करना है. व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, विच एवर मेरिडियन इज देयर, गो अपोजिट फ्लो, try to take out and tonify spleen chi and kidney chi, fire kidney side. ठीक है. What we can do apart from this, what we can do, we can go to liver, and in liver what we should do, heat has to, stone form हो गया क्यों, why stone has formed, because lot of heat has reached that accumulated stone. Heat कैसे पहुंचा वहां, how the heat has gone there,
Through blood, sir.
through
From liver.
blood. So blood को ठंडा करो.
So liver to spiral, sir.
Yes, very good, Kalyan. Excellent. Liver to spiral, what will you do, sedate heat, sedate heat and hotness and tone cold. हो जाएगा. Should I write, should I write so that you will not forget? Stone formation forms because of why, phlegm is subjected to heat. ये क्या लिख दिया हमने, so heat comes from where,
liver,
heat
blood,
comes with
blood.
blood. So what you can do, number one, जहां स्टोन है, किडनी में है तो किडनी में, गॉल ब्लैडर में है तो गॉल ब्लैडर. स्टोन मीन्स यिन, dryness and coldness. So you will go to dryness and coldness of spiral meridians opposite floor. ड्राइनेस ह्यूमिडिटी को सेडेट कर सकते हैं, इट इज क्वाइट yin. Tone wind. Number two, what will you do, क्या करेंगे, टोन स्प्लीन ची प्लस फायर किडनी ची प्लस लीवर टू SPM sedate heat. ये है स्टोन्स के लिए. लेकिन रिमेम्बर गॉल ब्लैडर में नहीं हो पाता है. Why? Because there is a sphincter. You see, the the common bile duct or the bile duct that is coming, and it is joining where the pancreas is joining the duodenum, right there. In this pipe from where the bile is coming, there is a sphincter. So from gallbladder, the stone, it is very difficult. आधा तो फंस जाता है. It will get trapped and it will create further problem. But if it is very, very small and it is inside, this will work. Kidney mein, this will definitely work. Am I making my point all right? Clear?
Sir, please repeat, sir. For gallbladder, what will happen, sir? If the stone is formed there,
It is difficult to get rid of that.
so what is the option,
Only
sir?
if it is
Removal?
very, very small, then only
No.
this will work.
Otherwise, removal of gallbladder only, sir.
No, there are other Ayurvedic methods also. You see, they give some oil and some vinegar, etc., so that it is. There are methods, but not always successful. In Ayurveda, this had happened in case of my wife, and I could not get rid of it. So that is difficult. But kidney stones are definitely easier to get rid of. But for stone formation, this is what we can do our best. Right? Even in TCM, it is not possible to get rid of gallbladder stone. I have not seen any case. So this is it. Numbness I have already spoken about, isn't it? Hello? Whichever meridian is going, right? So that meridian, what you should do? Take opposite flow. Take opposite flow so that the phlegm is taken out of that meridian. Deformity of joints. When the invisible phlegm with blood reaches in tiny capillaries at joints and occludes free flow of fluid, the B syndrome appears. B syndrome जानते हैं ना? बिल्कुल कड़ा हो जाता है. Right. The joints get stiff and later deformed in due course. This is called rheumatoid arthritis. इसमें there is a method in TCM which is very useful. In fact, I have used it many times. There are 4 gates, lever 3 and LI4. We should use on both sides. Shall we sedate or tone? What shall we do?
Sedate, sir.
Sedate.
Yes, good. You are right, but can you tell me why?
You said it expands by sedating. We are.
Yes, you are opening up. Your dial. Yes, you are right. That is opposite. Sedation means opposite flow, yaar. Bilateral. Then you can do whatever you want. So first of all, because phlegm is there, so phlegm is taken care of. First thing what you should do, this is deformity. Huh? दूसरा क्या कर सकते हैं? ST40 को क्या करें? हेलो?
Sedate, sir.
Yes. Then what? SP
sp3 spiral tone, sir.
2 and SP3. SP3 is heat of heat, very young. SPM क्या करें? टोन ची लिखता हूं मैं, यहां की टोन करेंगे. Heat, humidity, tone, dryness, coolness, acidity. You can have all the 3 points and all the 3 points. Right? And what else you can do? Plus, sorry. हाँ. प्लस क्या करें? K3 SPM टोन किडनी ची. तो किडनी, which side you will do it?
फायर.
Fire,
Fire side.
yes. अभी तो सब लोग समझ गए. All of you have now understood. I don't have to be very fire side. So spleen and kidney both you are taking care of. Right? And because you have to increase the quantity of chi. Quantity of which chi? Spleen chi especially. Kidney secondary. Primarily transform कौन कर रहा है? Who is transforming?
Clean.
So you have to take stomach. Wind कौन है? कौन सा point है?
43, sir. ST43.
43. SPM क्या करेंगे? Sedate,
Sedate.
cold, and tone, heat, humidity. Is it clear now? Deformity of joints. क्या है ये?
सर 3-4 को सीडेट क्यों करता है?
क्या चीज बोल रहे हैं?
Li4-3 को सीडेट किया है.
LI.
4 और लीवर 3 को
Live.
ये गेट्स है भाई. ओहो.
Gates.
4 गेट्स.
हाँ समझ गए.
TCM में इसको बोलते हैं. क्या करता है? दिस डायलेट्स. ये क्या करता है? डायलेट कर. स्मॉल कैपिलरीज है ना,
हाँ
जॉइंट्स में there are small capillaries, it will dilate. Liver 3 and liver 3 sedation means opposite flow of liver chi यार. Sedation means opposite flow. Right?
हाँ सर.
टाइम क्या हुआ? अरे यार, टाइम हो गया.
हाँ.
हाँ चलो. So I think we have done it. कल इसको सुनिए. You listen to this. I think we have covered, yes. We can take a little bit of life essence and Shen that will bring it to an end. Okay. An extraordinary organs we have to do. Okay then. Huh? So we are closing it. Listen to it. And if you have questions, come back again tomorrow. With question, we can again discuss. No problem. There is no end. बहुत है. It's too much.